this is the second time the fishing team has won since I've been unbanned. I took advantage of the first time. I hadn't fished yet. When the first one had won, I hadn't fished anything yet. So I did a lot of fishing, and this is what I got to on the first cycle. The first time it won, I mean. So I got a lot of the ultra. Like, I focused mostly on the full moon fish and a little bit on the conquered. The full moon fish has always been the death of me, so I wanted to make sure to do that one first because I knew how hard it would be. I might as well try to get it first so that when I eventually do get it, I won't have to worry about it anymore. I still have to get the concord though. I also, yeah, got grizzly as well, so that's pretty hard. I got Alaskan king crab. I don't know how rare that one is. Got all the seahorses. Got all the dogfish. The holy mackerel. I got the devil ray. And yes, I also have I also got the grand piano tuna. So I need to get the baby one. But I don't have the concord. I actually decided not to do that one a little bit because I knew that one would be hard as well. It's basically the same rarity as full moon fish. The only difference being that actually full moon fish can only be found in Donald's Dreamland places, while concord can be found in bird places as well. So if you want to get technical, I'd say the full moon is actually rarer than the concord since it doesn't have as many ponds it can be found in. But I didn't focus on the concord because I knew that would take a while too. I was already dying from the full. It took 8 hours to get the full moon fish. That's how long it took. I didn't play non-stop, but it still took a really long time. It took 8 hours of fishing to get full moon. Then I got the grizzly and grizzly. I got the devil ray and holy mackerel from trying to get the full moon. As you know, I got the other ones. So I'm not gonna focus on getting the concord this video, probably not. But I will focus on getting the more common ones, like the Kodiak barracuda won't be that bad. The rest of the pool sharks aren't that bad. The rest of the moonfish aren't that bad. The old king crab isn't that bad compared to the really rare ones. The all-star fish, that's a pretty hard one too. I don't think I'll focus on that one. You see, I have fish advisor up. All-star fish, it's best found in East State. It's not as rare as the Concord and Full Moon, but still pretty rare. Like, probably the rarest one I'm missing. So, other than Concord, it might be the rarest one I'm missing right now. And I'll focus on the catfish, focus on the balloonfish. So yeah, let's do the balloonfish first, the first one there. So I need water balloonfish and red balloonfish. So that's best found on Silly Street for the water balloon, and the red balloon is best found on Loopy Lane. Okay. I might just go to Loopy Lane and hope I get lucky enough to get both of them. Because they can both be... Sorry, wait. I might go to Silly Street because they can both be found in Silly Street. It's the best place for water balloon, the worst place for red balloon, but both of them have a 2% chance of being caught with 6 buckets, so I guess might as well even out there. So we'll start with the balloonfish, something easy, and then we'll get to something more hard. Hopefully I shouldn't take that, especially, I don't know if I don't know if the decreased fish rarity affects every single fish in the game. Silly Street, right? Yeah, okay. But, so I don't know if, the fish advisor, when it says 2%, I don't know if the rarity, it's a higher percentage with the decreased fish rarity, or if that only applies to really rare fish, so the balloonfish aren't affected by it. I have no idea, with that, honestly. But, yeah. Okay. I typically don't actually go out to look for balloonfish, because usually you would just, usually you're just gonna catch it. For new players who probably would fish in Toontown Central just by default, right? Just when to do fishing, so they would catch all the balloonfish already. Or most of them at least. But since I didn't do any fishing in Toontown Central except for tasks, which I caught pretty quickly, I don't have all the balloonfish yet, so now I actually have to go out and look for the balloonfish, which is not something you would usually do. Kind of funny that I actually have to go look for balloonfish, but they're pretty common. It's not like it's gonna be that hard anyway. But the twig rod, what's funny is the twig rod actually increases the rarity of it. It's kind of funny. Yeah, because you can catch more fish with the gold rod, so it decreases the chances that you won't be able to catch it. The twig rod is the most common. That's funny. Yeah, you can't go back though. It's still 2% chance with gold rod, so it's not the end of the world. Okay. What I wanted to try to do with this tune was get to 20 species of fish without earning my first lap point. So I earned two at once from the fisherman. Unfortunately, RNG didn't work in my favor, and I didn't earn enough at my final bucket. that I was forced to turn them in with like I think 17 fish caught, so I had to get the last boost from that. But basically, what you would do is you would get 9 fish, turn those in, and hope for the RNG gods that you get 11 new species on your next bucket. Fortunately, I only got like 7, so I was off by like 5 new species, so didn't work out. But I did get my next life boost pretty quickly after that. Come on now. But that's why I'm also going to try to do the same thing with gardening. I think I said before that I want to see what happens if you earn 2 laugh points at once by getting your 20th flower species before you get your first laugh boost, because you get 9 and then 11, right? So you get the 20 and 10 and 20 at the same time. I'm sure nothing too significant would happen anyway, but I don't think anyone's ever done it before, so I want to see what happens. At least no one's ever recorded it happening, so. It is red balloon fish. Okay. Well, we have that. Water balloon fish is best found. Okay, again, silly street. So we'll stay here. We got the red balloon fish is least common on this street, so it's kind of ironic we got it first. But they do have the same chances of being caught on the street regardless, so not that bad. Someone did tell me that you don't want to upgrade to goldenrod until you get to fish that can only be caught with goldenrod, which is, I believe, the only one is one of the dogfish. The puppy dogfish, I believe, is the only one that can be caught with it. No, that's wrong. Oh, sorry. Bulldog fish, not puppy dog. Bulldog fish is the only fish that needs the gold rod to be caught. So someone told me I should stick with the steel one until I actually get to that. But I followed their advice, but it didn't seem like I was actually. But since I wanted to get the full moon fish more soon, right? That was a horrible idea for me to try to catch the full moon with steel rod. It can be caught with the steel rod, but it was like half the rarity. The rarity was more rare, I guess. It was like the chances of catching it were half, is what I'm trying to say. And so if I were trying to get the full moon fish, using a steel rod and not upgrading to the gold is a horrible idea. Like, you know what? Maybe if I'm not farming for the full moon, maybe steel rod is a good idea. I don't know much about how good the rods are, other than that they catch rare fish better. So maybe it's better if I'm not farming for full moon, but since I was farming for full moon, the rarity is much higher due to the fact of not using the gold rod. So I'm switching to gold rod so I can get the full moon fish faster, and it still took 8 hours with the fishing boost. It's kind of insane. I'm actually playing this on Sunday. The fishing team won like very late on Monday. Very late on Monday, or like first thing, like 1 AM on Saturday my time. Is what I'm trying to say. And for Toontown time, it was 10 PM Monday Toontown time. So I wanted to do some fish bingo, but I was busy yesterday, which was Saturday. So I didn't get to do fish bingo and if you're doing fish bingo in like Donald's Dreamland or Berg, you know, it gets filled up really quickly because there's like 7 or 8 docks, so double the amount of toons I could be playing fish bingo, and therefore more often you're going to be winning it and earning more jelly beans. I just earned jelly beans. More often that you're going to be winning it and earning jelly beans, and making it easier to fish, and also more entertaining because you have the box. The fish bingo box right here, we can keep clicking on it and earn more. It's more entertaining. It adds something to do more than just swiping like this. It adds something else to do every time you catch a fish. So that's cool. And some actual bit of challenge to fishing, even though again it's all just RNG that you could screw over by having bad RNG, but it's still better than just using the mouse over and over again to catch fish. You're actually adding something else to it, you know. Last time the fishing team won, I did blockout bingo like twice, and we didn't win. I've never won blockout bingo before. I've heard a few people have. I know a few people who have. I've never won it before though. I really want to try one day, like, if the fishing team ever wins on a Saturday or Wednesday is fish bingo, I think. Yeah, Wednesday I think is fish bingo. Yeah. I want to try to go to Berg or Donald's Dreamland where the docks are doubled, or I think Donald's Dreamland actually has 7. I think it used to have 8, but I think they removed one. But that was like when the flame meter was when the fishing team won for the first time ever. That's what I mean. But then they reduced it to 7. But I want to go to Dallas Commander Berg where there's more docks and see at the top of the hour, and see if I can win blockout bingo. I cut out for 10 seconds. I cut out for 10 seconds! And I got the All-Star. Okay, that's one off my list. I was planning on going to my East Day for that, but wow. I cut off the recording for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And I caught it the one time I wasn't recording, and I caught the All-Star fish. I didn't even look at it. I was just fishing. You know, I casted it. I caught the All-Star fish and immediately recasted it as if, you know, that's what all people do, right? They catch a fish. You know? Come on. Most of the time, they're not going to spend time actually looking at the fish. They're just going to immediately cast it again, right? But I saw that it was said new species with a starfish. So I'm like, you're not telling me I actually caught it, did I? I caught it. I looked too, and there it is. I caught the all-star fish. There's that. Okay, so East State, it has a 0.04% chance of being caught with 284 buckets. Philly Street is a 0.03% chance of being caught with 424 buckets. So yeah, I kind of lucked out there. I don't have to deal with it now. I just have the only ultra rare missing now, I believe, is Concord. I believe the other ones are still rare, but not as rare. So, but I haven't caught the Ironically, I haven't caught the water balloon fish yet, though. That's funny. There it is. Very nice. Alright. Cool. We're done with that. Okay. So, that's not a last boost yet, but that's funny. Okay, let's do catfish next. That's the next one on the list. Alright. Second catfish is, Siamese catfish, which is on Elm Street. That's usually, I think that's the rarest catfish, maybe. Lullaby Lake. Alright, let's do Siamese first. Yeah, I think Siamese is the rarest catfish. 0.6% chance on Elm Street. And then Daisy Gardens Playground is 0.02. So if you're fishing in Daisy Gardens Playground, it becomes an ultra rare. But if you're fishing in Elm Street, it just becomes an uncommon fish. That's the huge differences they have. Okay. Alright, so after Siamese, we're going to Lullaby Lane. And Lullaby Lane is good too, because it has the other moonfish that I'm missing. The half moonfish has Lullaby Lane. And what other one am I missing? Oh, sorry. Crescent moonfish, also in Lullaby Lane, so that's good. I can catch the last remaining moonfish that I need to get. Not nearly as rare as the full moon one. One time I was trying to catch the I was trying to catch, I think I was trying to get the Alaskan king crab, and I ended up catching the all-star fish that was on my Laugh Olympic tune. It was in the Berg Playground. Ironically, that's one of the rarest places to find all-star fish, so like I really lucked out with that Laugh Olympic tune. That was on my old Jake account, so oh, I went past it! I went way too far. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. Okay. Just going on the street. Alright. No, I always wonder why Toontown Online decided to make the street music and the interior building music the same. Oh, is this full? Oh no, you're done. Okay. Okay, wow, that's I've never seen that. Okay. Just wasn't expecting it to be full. Okay. Anyway, so we need to catch the Siamese catfish. I'm gonna go to Lullaby Lane. I'm sure everyone's here for the same reason, for the Siamese catfish. It shouldn't take that long to catch though. It's 0.6% chance with 19 buckets. Decreased fish rarity. I'm not sure if it's one of the ones that it decreases the rarity of, because you know maybe it only does it for rare fish, or maybe it does it for all of them. So if it decreased the rarity for all the fish, then actually technically that wouldn't do anything, because if all of them were being decreased by rarity, then the ultra rare ones would still be as rare as they already are, because the common ones also decrease in rarity. So I can imagine only the really rare ones would decrease in rarity. I don't know if Siamese catfish counts for that. Maybe it does count for Daisy Gardens playground because it is an ultra rare in that playground, but in general, the fish itself is not an ultra rare. It's only 19 buckets. I said this about racing. On Culprit Clash, I would multi-tune fish. And just like what I said with racing, with multi-tune racing, it takes what's not fun, it makes it even less fun. So I'm very glad I'm not multi-tune fishing, because I would have to focus on catching all the fish on two different tunes. But I've already caught all the fish on Clyde Joyroll. I've caught it on original J because he's 137. I also caught it on my Laugh Olympic tune. So I've maxed fishing 4 times. And now I'm doing it a 5th time. Oh, there was a pool shark there apparently. Swimming pool shark. Okay, I wasn't planning on catching that, but I guess I'll take it. The swimming, I think that was a swimming pool shark. I don't know what the word's most common. Let me see. Swimming pool shark. Nope, that's the wrong one. Swimming pool shark is most common in Daisy Gardens Playground. On Elm Street, it's the same. Okay, Elm Street is the same. Okay, so, okay, I guess that's to be expected that I would catch it there. Okay. Ah, okay. I have to fish carefully sometimes because because most of the time I actually don't end up filling up my bucket to 20. Fishing with a twig rod, okay. Hardwood and steel, okay. But most of the time I do still get enough to to fill my bucket. Oh, there's another pool shark. Perfect. Okay, to fill my jelly bean jar all the way back. Okay, so pool shark is all done. Nice. So that was kitty pool shark, was it? Oh no. I needed 3 pool sharks. Elm Street is the same rarity as the other pool shark, and then Olympic pool shark is the last one I need. Elm Street is actually more common on the other ones. Okay, cool. So yeah, usually I do end up filling up my jelly bean jar all the way back up upon returning the fish. It's not enough for 250 jelly beans, but considering I can only hold 150, you know, most of the time, even with not a full when I don't have a full bucket, still fills it up to at least 150 anyway. So. I was thinking before that maybe I should focus on all these fish when the fishing team hasn't won, because they're easier to catch, and so I'm not gonna have to spend as much time looking for them regardless. But I might as well just do it while the team has won, so their rarity can be decreased by a little bit, make it a little easier. And then after that, the only thing I'll have to worry about is the Concord. Hope if I can get the rest of them in the cycle. I don't know if fishing actually counts at all for the silly meter. I don't think it does, but it would be pretty cool if it did. Honestly, any activity should, and fishing is an activity, so I guess it makes sense. But I guess it doesn't really matter, since the silly meter isn't collecting silly points when it's maxed. Olympic pool shark, I got all the pool sharks, perfect. Alright, cool. I think that's the laugh boost too, so that's cool. But yeah, I don't think the silly meter doesn't collect silly points while it's maxed, and so it doesn't really matter if the fishing team had won and people are fishing a lot, and that would earn a lot of silly points. I should be able to fill up my bucket with this. Alright, I have 79 laugh. I actually remember when I had 69 laugh before. I forgot to take a picture of it. It was funny. And I already have 10 more than that. It wasn't too long ago. I just did a bunch of I did a bunch of Donald's Dreamland laugh boost tasks. It was like Zari. It was like it took all the Donald's Dreamland laugh boost tasks first before doing the Cashbot ones for DDL Part 1. That brought me from 69 to 79. Also got some racing laugh points, I forgot. Because Grand Prix. I made a video of that, I haven't uploaded yet. It might be uploaded before I upload this one, I'm not really sure, but anyway. That's enough to laugh boost. I have 80 now. There we go, nice. Okay, with 10 more. One of them is Conqueror, but that shouldn't take too long. I have 80 laugh now, perfect, I like that. Nice round number for laugh points. It's only one more laugh point, but going from 79 to 80 already feels like I'm a lot stronger than I was a few seconds ago. And I still don't have a Sellbot or Cashbot suit. Siamese Catfish says it will take about 19 buckets, I think, so I'm not expecting to catch it really quickly. Again, I don't know if the decreased fish rarity makes that any easier, considering I don't know if its rarity is low enough for it to be, but I still shouldn't expect to catch it right away, but hoping to catch it soon. It's not that rare. What, 0.6%? That's not that rare when all you have to do is this, and every time, and 0.6% chance is rolled every single time you do this. It's not, then it's not really that rare, but in terms of general, I guess, I think 0.6 is quite rare, but again, when you're just, when the RNG for 0.6 gets rolled every single time, or I guess when the RNG is rolled every single time you land on one of these spots, which happens quite often every minute, you know, it's not that rare. But it's still not pretty. It's still not very common either. The swimming pool shark. Dr. White, telephone, please. Dr. White. I heard that so many times when I was trying to fish for full moon and grizzly barracuda. Okay. If Dr. White is actually is like a fish in Toontown, we just can't catch it. It'd be pretty cool if like there was like some lore about Dr. White. I know Spork and Foreman actually made Dr. White into a cog, but when it comes to rewritten, you know, Dr. White could be anything. Either a fish or it could be an actual doctor, you know. Maybe it's a toon named Dr. White. We just haven't seen them because they don't have because their shop isn't accessible in the actual game. Like, just seeing the fish that you want to catch with the green text below it saying new species, that alone is just a really blessed image. Especially when it's an ultra rare. Right, gets to the point where, like, even if you don't have any fish caught, even just seeing new species is a really nice sight. But when you're hunting for a fish for so long, and then there it is, new species, the fish you're trying to catch, oh, so nice to see. You can finally rest with that fish. But you still have other ones to catch, so you don't want to rest for too long. I also find it funny how the logic for the reason TTR isn't adding silly teams for like merit boosts and whatnot is because I'm pretty sure I've heard other people say this, that the reasoning for it is that they don't want people to only grind for cog suits during the silly team. And it's like, really? You're using that logic when you have the fishing team that people... Oh, that's a cog building. Okay. When people literally only grind fishing when the silly team has won. Like, there's really no point to not grind fish outside the silly team. You're using that logic for cog suits, but you don't see any problem with it being in on a silly team for fishing. Like, you can't say that like we don't want to add that silly team because then people will only do it during the silly team. People are already doing it with the other silly teams you have. That logic doesn't work. Because you already added something that goes against that logic. You can't use that logic. Now, but on the other hand, if it's like we added one already, but we don't want to keep adding more because then everything would just be on the base of the silly meter maxing for it and then doing it. Like everything in the game would just be dependent on the silly meter winning it first, and then you do it. I can understand that, but the logic for now has just been we don't want people to grind suits during the silly team, and like. You already have like 2 teams that break that logic, so I don't see why Suit should be any different. But yeah, if your logic is that we don't want everything in the game to be dependent on its silly team winning so people can do it then, that makes sense. But with just the logic that you said before, you know, it doesn't really work with the teams you've already added. still, even if you don't want absolutely everything to be dependent on the silly team winning, you shouldn't add things that do that in the first place, if that is your logic anyway, because if you don't want the entire game to be dependent on the silly team winning, you might as well not even go in that direction at all. Like it just goes against, still goes against the logic, I'd say. I feel like old boots are much more common during decreased fish rarity. It's almost as if old boots are considered a rare fish, and it decreases the rarity, increases the chance that you catch one of those. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad RNG, you know. But it is pretty good for Fish Bingo. That's one of the reasons why I like to do this. Why I like the team to win on Saturdays or Wednesdays, because when if old boots really are more common during the fish rarity team, then Fish Bingo is a lot easier to complete with all the old boots giving you free slots. Wait, no, that was okay. Okay, I was gonna say that's an old boot, so it's not a fish. I can keep fishing, but I don't have enough beans to keep fishing, so I gotta sell them. I didn't catch it while I wasn't looking, did I? I don't think I did. No, 60 out of 70. Okay, I didn't catch it while I wasn't looking. Okay. What's nice though is that since we're going to Lullaby Lane next, the Concord can be caught in Lullaby Lane. I shouldn't expect to catch it, but I'm just gonna throw it out there that, you know, it can be caught in Lullaby Lane. So I mean, if I catch it, then awesome. But I shouldn't expect to catch it with just the short round of me trying to get these other fish. I should probably focus on that one last. Every once in a while, log on, do a bit of fishing, log off, but when it comes to fishing, really, I can't stop fishing until I get what I'm looking for. So that's one of the reasons why I kept looking for the full moon for 8 hours. That, and also because if I stop now, the slave team will end later on, and it'll be even harder to catch it, so I might as well spend time with it now. So I'll spend even more time later. Okay, another pool shark. New record pool shark. Yeah. Oh, come on. Would have been able to fill the bucket, but they all left. Oh no. Let's see. Maybe you can catch it. I guess not. Whatever. Okay. I try to find ways to make this video more entertaining by like talking. That's one of the reasons why I brought up the logic of the silly team, but I don't know what else to talk about really. Even me talking about this is more entertaining than just watching me fish, so that's one thing, but maybe about the fact that it's funny to hear Cogbone is getting destroyed while fishing, because usually I fish in the playground, but when it comes to Siamese catfish and stuff where it's more common in the street, no, fish in the street where I can hear Cogbone is getting taken over. What I also find interesting is that whenever a silly team wins, there's always going to be at least one post in the feedback section of the Discord server that talks about that silly team and why it needs to be improved. Look, with a Doodle team, people are gonna say, "Hey, maybe make Doodle training a little better." With fishing team, make fishing better. Gag training team, maybe improve, add this feature to the gag training team to make gag training even to add on to the since gag training is doubled with the gag training team. Also add this feature to it to make it more reliable, I guess. You know, there's always gonna be at least one suggestion or maybe even bug, I guess, regarding whenever a silly team wins regarding that specific silly team. The only oddball, I guess, is increased laugh. Overjoyed, because all it does is give you 8 laugh, and that's really it. There's not really much else people can really suggest. Maybe they could suggest to make it more, but like other than that, it's literally just plus 8 laugh. That's it. Not like there's really much to suggest outside of that. So everything else, yeah. I haven't seen anything for racing tickets yet because the team hasn't won since I got back into the Discord server, so I can't really say much about it. But gag teams have won. I think Jellybeans have won once, but I wasn't really paying. I don't think it has won since I got back into the Discord server actually. So racing tickets and Jellybeans I haven't seen yet. But everything else, a single gag training team. FiShInG has won twice. Doodles have won maybe 3 times maybe. Gardening has also won twice. And about every single time, yeah, I saw at least one suggestion regarding each of those silly teams when they had won. So yeah. I really wish I could, like, kind of want to make a content pack where I replace this music with the old version of the music. Because as you know, I have videos of the old glitched tracks from TTO that would happen when you went to boss fight headquarters. I really found those tracks a lot more enjoyable than the current one. I'm not saying the current ones are not enjoyable, I'm just saying the other ones were more enjoyable than these. I'm sure hearing the glitched Daisy Garden theme would not only be nostalgic for me, well, not only nostalgic for me just by listening to it, but also being in the street while it's playing would also be nostalgic. And I like it to find it more catchy, you know, might make it a little more tolerable for me to fish. Maybe not to you guys, but for me definitely. Did everyone else catch their fish before me? Well, I got here before all of them, so I guess it's to be expected. That's a catfish, not the catfish I'm looking for, though. Another Olympic pool shark, great. Why new records? Stop with the new records and give me a new species. Okay, thanks. It didn't go towards the rod. Another Olympic pool shark, Jesus. Hey, there it is! Alright, cool, thank you! Alright, I'll take a picture of that, why not? Whatever. Alright, the rest catfish, all done. Alright, Lullaby Lane, let's go. That's the one I'm missing, right? LA cat? Yeah, okay, let's go. Yeah, whatever, okay. Chef A? What is that supposed to, what is that name supposed to mean? Okay. Okay, Lullaby Lane, okay. When I was doing fishing on Corporate Clash, I got all the species and everything, but it was kind of hard. It was a little difficult to compare the Clash streets to the Rerun streets, because overall, all the Clash streets that aren't brand new are the same as the ones in GTR, but they have different names and they have different spots in the playground. So it's a little hard to actually realize which street is like Elm Street or Maple Street in Clash. But if you just go to the street and compare which one looks like the Elm Street in TTR, then you can tell, okay, this is what Elm Street is, therefore that's where the Siamese catfish is going to be. Oh wow, there's a lot of docks here too, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. Dungeon has 7. Usually, I think Berg has 8, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so there's Tabby Cat, sorry, Alley Catfish, Half Moonfish, and Crescent Moonfish. Those are the ones I'm looking for on this street. The Moonfish, okay, Half Moon has 0.8%, so little, 1.9 for the Crescent Moonfish. And Tabby Cat, no, not Tabby, Alley Cat has 2%. Okay, so they're pretty, they're all right, I'd say. I like how the docks are shaded different colors to fit the environment. Like the ones in the Berg are shaded green. And if you get the glitch where you have docks floating in the air, if that even still is a thing, they would also be green if they're from the Berg, or they would be darker from DDL. Every other place, they're lighter colored though, like normal color. I mean, there's no shade on them. But yeah, it's not the environment that's interacting with them to make them look darker. Is that the docks literally are darker to fit the environment. Oh, full. Okay, thought I had 19. 66 jelly beans. Nice. Six buckets for alley catfish. It's the most common one of the three I'm looking for. Here, let me actually go to the Lullaby Lane section on fish advisor. See if there's anything else I'm missing. This is 5-star. Oh no, 5-star fish are. I keep getting the 5-star fish confused with the all-star fish. I think I have everything I need though. Let me see. Captain Cutthroat Trout. Yeah, okay. There's 2 Cutthroat Trouts I need, which is Captain Cutthroat and Scurvy Cutthroat. But both of those can only be found in download stock. The normal one can be found in Dreamland Streets, but I have that one already, so. And Baby Grand, I'm probably gonna try getting that one. Tenor Tourist with 0.31. Okay, so not that bad, but it's still quite rare. Yeah. Like, it's a little bit more rare than the Siamese catfish, so it shouldn't be that bad to catch, but I should expect to be there for a bit. One. I've seen the level 9 cogs on the street here. Reminds me of when TTO, when there was a field office on the street, they could spawn cogs that were 1 level higher than the maximum the street would allow. So it means level 10 Two-Faces could spawn on the street, or if there's an invasion that can be level 10, then that level 10 of that cog would spawn. And the cogs would always create a field office upon being taken over by that level 10, or the cog that's 1 level higher than the maximum. And if it's a level 10 Two-Face, then it would always be a that sort of 1-story building of Doom, but in the form of a field office. So there'll be a lot of level 12s in that building. So that's why they were pretty common in Polar Place and Dreamland. I think if it wasn't a Cellbot, it would just be a normal 1-story building of Doom. I don't know. I don't really know though. I wasn't experienced enough in the game to understand all that. So. Like, I simply got to the point where I just thought that the reason they were so strong was because they were in Donald's Dreamland, and that's just how Donald's Dreamland field offices are, because Donald's Dreamland is the highest playground. They were programmed to be that hard with Donald's Dreamland being the highest playground, but I was wrong. It was just a bug. an overflow bug. I still wish that they would add back the feature where if there was a field office in the street, then yeah, higher level cogs could spawn there, and if it was a level 10 that took over a building, instead of it being a 1-story building of Doom, it would just be a really tough building, you know? 5-story building with like, maybe a 5-story with multiple 12s in it. Oh, Alley Cat, perfect. Okay, great. That was the most common one. Now we need the, what are they again? The Moonfish, right, okay. Yeah, like, it could be a 5-story with multiple 12s, or it can just be a 5-story with a lot of cogs. Still 112 is the boss, but just a lot of cogs, you know? Maybe there should be some sort of indicator on the building that tells them that, like, this one was taken over by a level 10, you should be careful, but... Oh, the other ones for maximum level, like a level 4 or 10 Central, that can already happen with Invasion, so it would just be a normal level 4 cog spawn building. Strange. Looks like there's thunder outside my window, but it's sunny out. Okay, whatever. That's weird. Also, I have headphones on, so I can't exactly hear everything that's going on the outside, but it sounds like thunder. But with my headphones on, it could just be something else that sounds like thunder. Yeah, it's no clouds. It's all sky. I'm not sure why there's thunder. Welcome, Garfield. Garfield, wait a second. Are you? Okay, I want to see one after I finish this bucket. You don't look like you have fat legs on you. I think you're a skinny toon. If you're fat toon like me, you would have thicker legs. On Toonfest, when I went to Toonfest 2019, you know, the real life one. Okay, you're just a normal. Oh no, you're actually like. Okay, cool. My friends and I on Toontown had written a long time ago. We would make memes about Garfield tunes. So I'm wondering if he was actually one of those tunes or just a random Garfield. It looks like he's like a combination, where like instead of being the meme look, he's still Garfield. But anyway, Toonfest 2019, the real life one. When I requested to have a drawing of my tune made, they ask you what your tune looks like, and so like what species are, they have boxes to check off each one. So like what species, I checked mouse. Short, medium. Are you short, medium, or tall? I did short. Are you I think the torso was short, tall, and then the other option for fat was actually wide. I don't know why they didn't just do fat. I feel like doing fat would make more sense because it actually is fat, but I guess they didn't want to make it sound insulting, so they did wide. I mean, I guess wide works, and that's what fat tunes are. They're wide, but I just found it weird. Why are you using wide instead of fat? Like them being fat is actually they are fat. They are fat, but I guess you're also right. They are wide. It's just that's not really how you would describe a person. Them being wide. That's not how you. That's not a word you would normally use to describe a person. I mean, it works, but again, that's not a word you would use to describe someone. Okay, I actually found it. I actually almost thought I lost it because it took me a couple minutes to find it. Here it is. Here it is. And let me bigger for you guys to see. There it is. Big marble. I showed this on hang on, sorry. I showed this. Can't make it exactly the same thing. On my face reveal community post. But yeah, there it is. I still have it. And let me see here. Body type, long, medium, or wide. Yeah. Okay, actually, I'll show you guys. I think you guys might have actually heard that one. That was the thunder I was talking about. I'm not sure if you heard that, but OBS picked up something. That can't possibly be thunder because it's sunny out. But okay. Here, give me 1 second. Okay, you see that there? Body type right there. Go to the end, wide. I don't know why they call it wide. But yeah. So yeah, there it is. I honestly don't know why. Oh, and the back of it, you're wondering. I just wrote more information about my tune. Door shades, royal blue color. Royal blue color, not color. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, so muzzle type, head type, muzzle type. Leg type. Yeah, I don't know why. Wide? Why not just I don't know, I feel like whatever. Very strange that they decided to do that, but anyway. But I love this drawing though. I can't remember who made it, but I love it. And thank you to whoever, if they remember making it at all, thank you very much for making it. Had it ever since. Another alley catfish, but not what I'm looking, but not the moon. right? Oh yeah, I caught Siamese and then I caught Ally, so yeah, okay. Want to try to say something to pass the time at all. Hoping I didn't make my face cam too small. I keep looking at OBS to see if my face cam is like too small. I think it's fine honestly, but I don't want it to be too big. That's the biggest issue. Oh, half moonfish, perfect. Oh, now we need the crescent one. Okay, okay. That was 0.8%. Crescent is 1.9%. Okay, great. So, next one. Crescent moon is like a little more than twice the chance of catching it. I keep wanting to say twice the rarity, but when you increase the rarity, it gets more rare. And so I guess I could say half the rarity, but even then, people might think so. But even then, other people might end up thinking that what I mean is that it's more rare because I say half the rarity, meaning it has half the chance of being caught. No, it literally just means that half the rarity means it's half as rare, so it's more common. But I don't know. There's always a miscommunication there. So I'll just say it's double a little more than double the chance to be caught. So that's clear that it's more common. Almost the same rarity as the alley catfish. So I feel like I should catch it pretty soon, considering I caught the other two already. What I also find interesting is that most of the fish in Toontown are real fish, like not like Grand Piano Tuna. Like that's not a real fish, but like hold on, sorry. And Piano Tuna and Grand Piano Tuna, those aren't real fish, but like a barracuda isn't a real fish, but barracuda is. It's an actual fish. But like different variants of it, like koala barracuda and panda barracuda, those aren't real. They're just pun variants for Toontown. But most of these fish, like seahorse, seahorse is a real fish. It's just not the same seahorse seen in Toontown. Barracuda is the same. Is one. A crab is a real kind of crab. I don't think a king crab is. Oh, never mind. King crab is a real thing. Okay, cool. King crab is a real thing. Nurse shark, I don't think is actually. I think actually wait. Yeah, nurse shark is a real thing. Nurse shark is a real thing. I think I'm betting a moonfish is a real thing too. It's just yeah, moonfish. Oh, okay, called an oppa, I guess. Yeah, commonly known as moonfish. Okay. Trouts are real. Maybe not cutthroat trout, but oh, cutthroat trout is real. Okay, and I don't think devil ray is real, but. Devil ray. Okay, never mind. It's real. It's like a sting. Of course, it's like a stingray. Starfish is real. I don't think holy mackerel is real because holy mackerel is more of a reaction phrase. Like holy mackerel, that was something crazy. It just happened. But yeah, the results. I'm just getting results for the Toontown version of the fish, but it still works because holy mackerel again is a reaction phrase, and a mackerel I think is a fish, but not a holy mackerel. Yeah, a mackerel is a fish. Okay, so balloonfish I don't think is real. Oh yeah, okay, pufferfish, fine. Okay, pufferfish. Even dogfish is real, wow. And yeah, catfish of course is real, okay. So most of the fish seen here, I guess piano tuna is the only one that's actually like not real. Holy mackerel maybe, armor eel, I don't think. Yeah, armor eel, okay, eel, but it's like armor eel. Piano tuna, it's like tuna, but piano tuna, you know. But, and peanut butter and jellyfish, but peanut butter, you know. So I'd say piano tuna. Yeah, technically you could say eel is real, it's just the name of armor eel is what's not real. But eel itself, yeah, an eel is real. Tuna is real too. Dogfish is real. Barracuda is real, just not the same kind of barracuda. Jellyfish is real, but not a peanut butter jellyfish. Nurse shark is real. Mackerels are real, not a holy mackerel though. Starfish is real. You know what, frozen fish might be a different one. Let me see. Frozen fish. Yeah, frozen fish isn't like a, it's more of a cooked, it's like literally a fish that's meant for eating, right? The fish has already been killed, it's been put into a freezer, it's frozen. But so technically it's not a real fish, but at the same time it can be classified as like a fish that you're gonna eat, so you know. Yeah. So I guess frozen fish is like truly the only fish that's like not real. Tuna is piano tuna, you know, I got tuna. Frozen fish could be classified as any kind of fish that's dead and frozen. All the other ones, just get rid of like the first or last word, or combine the words, and you got a real fish. So just kind of turn into a pun. You'll learn a lot of stuff from these games, you know? Like the business terms for cogs, the tax for the cogs, the fish names. Of course, again, most of these fish names aren't real, but the fish that they are a reference to are real. So, yeah, like I didn't know a dogfish was real until just now I just looked it up. But yeah. I remember when I was like really little when I was playing this game too, like I would ask my parents, is there a such thing as a catfish, but is there such thing as a dogfish? And they're like, I don't think so. I don't think there is a such thing as a dogfish. Now here I am, much older now, and I'm thinking, you know, that could actually be a real thing. I just never heard of it, and I looked it up, and sure enough, it's a real thing. I got like, was that like 3 boots in a row? 4 boots in a row? Come on now. Okay, dogfish. So sometimes, like I always said, holy mackerel is sometimes used as a reaction to something. What I like to do is, whenever, I haven't done this in a while, but like when I'm on the subreddit Discord for Rewritten, or I guess any Toon Hunt server really, when someone does something funny, or they say something crazy, I just like to say, holy mackerel! Just as a reaction, right? Unfortunately, I think most people might actually end up thinking I'm talking about the fish, and they're wondering why on earth I'm mentioning a holy mackerel at such a random time. But in reality, I'm actually trying to use it as a reaction, like how people in real life might actually say holy mackerel as a reaction to something crazy that has happened. Now. I'm running out of topics to talk about. Just give me it already. And you know me, I rant about one topic for a very long time if I'm really into it, so that's good for the— oh, there it is. Thank you. We're running out of time anyway. Okay, running out of ranting time anyway. Okay. Okay, now what? No, album. Frozen fish, dogfish. Okay. Let's do Old King Crab. That can be found in Lighthouse Lane. What else is there? Okay. Lighthouse Lane, 0.42%. Kodiak Bear, 0.8%. A little common. Okay. A little more common. The Cutthroat Trouts. Let me see. Captain Cutthroat is in Barnacle Boulevard. Curvy Cutthroat is in Seaweed Street. Okay, those are pretty common. And Baby Grand Piano, 0.31. Okay, still kind of rare, but not nearly as rare. Okay, this is the rarest one I have to catch now. It's the only— okay. Let's do Cutthroat Trout. How about? They're pretty common. Okay. Captain Cutthroat Trout is in Barnacle Boulevard. Okay. Both of them can be found in Barnacle, but I might as well just go to their ones that they are most common in. 1.4, so it shouldn't take that long, hopefully. Where's the fishing? Okay, the fishing area, the pond, fishing bridge. What saw a meme where it was like, this is my pond that has a fishing bridge on it, instead of saying a dock. Honestly, when I was very little, that's kind of what I found them to be too. They're literally just bridges that don't go anywhere. They just lead to the water, so you can fish on them. Fishing bridge. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if a written decides to change the name of Cutthroat Trap to something more kid-friendly, because Cutthroat, like, it's references like Cutthroat is literally just the name of a fish, right? But sorry, yeah. But there's also another meaning of just the word cutthroat. I just searched it up: a murderer or other violent criminal. Yeah, and also just the fact cutthroat, to cut someone's throat, that kills them, you know? Just that alone, even. You can imagine that, like, it's just a reference to a fish, but I wouldn't be surprised if TTR tries to change that for that reason. Also, that reminds me, I wonder if they changed the street building, the Minnie's Melody Line street building, that had a blur that was in a different language. I think it was German, but I don't want to like say it was German because maybe I'm wrong. But I think it was definitely a foreign language. That's not English. That Disney put in there. I guess they didn't realize that translating that to English actually meant, well, not translating to English, but literally just that term alone was like a slur. I guess they didn't realize it because they just thought it for Minnie's Melody Land. They meant nothing harmful by it. So I'm actually not sure if they changed it at all. I didn't see anything in the patch notes saying that they did. Well, maybe, unless they did put it there, I just didn't see it. But yeah, there was like someone in the Toontown community that actually like could understand that language, and like, wait a second, that's a slur, and that shouldn't be there. And they contacted the TTR staff. They're like, okay, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We really we checked it, and like, yeah, you're right, this is a slur, and we don't want that there. So, which is just something that still fits the theme of that building, of what the name of that building was, but without using a slur, you know. And I don't know if they actually changed it or not. They might have, but I'm not sure if they have. I can't remember what they decided to change it to, but I don't know if they have changed it yet. They also are known to make silent updates like that. Like, I know they changed the Donald Trump NPC like completely silently, and then people in Ribbon were like, wait a second, they never said anything about it, but this NPC is actually different than what he used to be. And yeah, because of the politics behind Donald Trump, of course, so. Like, even commercials, like, even when before Donald Trump became a politician, he was used in a lot of commercials, and a lot of those commercials were like kind of taken down due to the controversy behind Donald Trump now. Like, even though at the time of it being recorded, he was just this old businessman that liked to act, and now they're all trying to censor a lot of the stuff that's about him. It's like, okay, even though he wasn't this kind of person when the commercial was made, still with the controversy surrounding him nowadays, they don't want it anymore. So they also removed Donald, just like the media, they're removing Donald Trump from the game as well. Yeah, making sound updates. I'm sure that if they made patch notes for when they change a certain NPC, especially ones that are like controversial like that, at least a few people will argue about it and say they shouldn't have done that. So it's best to just make it silent, and then people will probably find out for themselves, and by the time that people find out, or by the time it really gets public attention, that like a lot of people find out, it already would have been a while that they have done it. So, like, I'm not one to talk about politics. It's mainly just, you know, Donald Trump. It's just all the controversy that's been going on with politics that any politician like that just needs to be centered out of kids' game. It's just, oh, Captain Cutthroat got perfect. Okay. Okay. But yeah, but I'm not one to pick sides. Or at least do it publicly, pick sides publicly about stuff like that. I'm mainly just stating why people do that. Okay, Sealy Street. Right, okay. I don't know, at this point I'm just trying to think of topics to pass the time, so you're not just watching me staring at the screen, moving my mouse up and down, and clicking, trying to catch the fish I need. Where are we going? Alright. Why are both of them near the end of the street? Hey, I went through that cog. I wanted to see if I can run into him to make him do a recheck freeze, but I guess not. Okay. Alright. Okay, 1.4% chance of catching, so let's see. At the same time, as I was saying before, how they can change one NPC that doesn't have a task in him, so people aren't going to notice him very quickly. But when it comes to a fish that everyone is going to encounter if they do fishing, especially because it's a common fish, right? That people are going to find it pretty quickly. They're going to notice, they're going to catch on really quickly that the name was changed. So it's more risky to do it to a fish than it is to do it to an NPC. That could be one of the reasons why they haven't changed it yet, is because it's a lot more risky. Because people will notice it a lot more quickly because, you know, it's a fish that everyone will see because it's common. Even if they could even change the Devil Ray, and like people will still notice pretty quickly because of how often people fish and stuff, and people catch the Devil Ray and stuff like that. Like, and even they could just go into their book and see if the Devil Ray's name was changed, but they can't do that with an NPC. So. Now that I'm 80 laugh, I feel like I can actually do field offices a lot more frequently now. Because when I got carried to that field office before, when that video I made about being carried, I only had like 56 laugh, I think. Now that I have 80, I can just do field offices whenever I want. Make a group, you know? 80 laugh. Like people wouldn't be as questionable. Won't question it as often, I guess, because I'm 80 is a lot higher than 56, so you know, 5 more stuff. But I still want to refrain from doing that until I get a little higher. But if I ever get like Cellbot tasks and stuff, maybe I might do like one field office to do it. But I get remote control from it too. But yeah, I think once I get to 100 is when I'll actually start really focusing on field offices. I'm not gonna focus on the other cog bosses until another time anyway. I want to do field offices. I'm just searching through Discord because I don't know what else to do. You're gonna see my cursor going to the right a lot. That's where my other monitor is. They can go into Discord and find a topic to think about. Alright, there's a topic to talk about. Someone just made friends with a person called Delicious Toe Juice. Not much else to say about it, but you know, there it is. Maybe like some stuff in the official server. Stuff in Clash, stuff in Universal, not much news. Well, I guess they did update the music for Bloodborne and boss fight buildings now, but you know, I don't have very much to say about that. Just might as well bring it up, I guess. Flash opened up their mod applications again. I mean, I'm a Universal staff member, so I still don't think they allow. I don't think they allow Universal staff just yet. Last time I applied, which was about a year ago, I think, they didn't let me in because I was part of Universal. So I don't think that's changed, but who knows? It could have. it could have. But even then, Clash is a much bigger server than Universal. A lot more people in it, a lot more staff members. So it's definitely gonna involve a lot more work than Universal. I think Universal is enough for me, really. But if I ever, like, maybe, like, during the summertime, when I can just, like, you know, just for the, oh, there it is, Scary Cutthroat Chop, perfect. It's almost summertime for me. It's, May, so, you know, summertime is coming up pretty quickly. But maybe just during the summertime I could dedicate some time to Clash, and then, like, you know, at the end of summer being, hey, I gotta start school again soon, so I can't be a mod anymore, but it was fun, but anyway, we're not really sure yet. Okay, what do we need next? We got the Trouts. We have 17, let's just sell the bucket, whatever. No, actually, we can wait. Okay, Barracuda and Crab. Okay, which one's more rare? Or common, I guess. Old King Crab is 0.42, and Kodiak is 0.8. That's more common. Okay, let's do Sleep Street Kodiak then. Okay. Where am I going again? Oh yeah, it's the Kodiak I need, right? Okay, let's go. Sleep Street. How many species do I have? Was that 66 I have now? One, two, three, 5. Oh, all 7. I guess 8 was too many. Okay, I guess they all have 7. Whatever. Was I? No, I was looking at something before. I think, wasn't I? I can't remember. Oh, 60. Yeah, 66. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, Fleet Street. Okay. Oh, it's field office here. Okay, cool. I love the field office music, but when it's in the street, it's not it's too quiet compared to the actual street music. That I don't like. I feel like they should just increase it by a little more. But notice that Sweet Street and Wallace Way are pretty similar in comparison to, like, over here. Street's here. Blizzard Wizard is here, but the Ice Honda's over here still, so. Okay, I'll get it in 14 buckets if the chances for it is what I mean. Last chance for this bucket, come on. Okay, let's wait, let's see. Come on. Come on. Yeah, alright, Panda Bear, alright. Well, it was a Barracuda, I guess, but what's not the one I'm looking for? Fisherman Albert. Every time I fish, I'm reminded of Cartoonival, where the best way to get tokens was by fishing in Bird Playground, and people would fish there a lot for tokens. Now it's just Duck Tank. Just stand the Duck Tank, maybe get to the cog dummies and get there. Activate the tank, do all that stuff. But yeah, considering Cartoonival also does a lot of times. Cartoonival is right next to my birthday. Yeah, I'm planning on spending some time with that when it comes back. Also because I haven't done Cartoonival in 2 years, so. I haven't heard anything change other than the backpack though. The backpack. So. Oh well. Here, so the old king crab. Okay, only in Lighthouse Lane. So okay, I won't be able to catch it. Yeah, so remember, I'm missing 4. So I'm missing the Kodiak, the old king crab, and the Conqueror. What else am I missing? Oh, the baby grand. Okay, yeah, okay. Baby grand, let me see, is 0.31. Okay, so that's the third most. That's the rarest one right behind Conquered. Okay, so I'll get that one after I get old king crab, and then if I'm lucky enough to catch that, then all I have left is a Conquered. But I'm probably not going to farm for it for very long on camera, because Conquered is just as rare as the full moon fish with over 800 buckets with the gold rod, so yeah. Oh, okay. I wish they would add some sort of thing called baits, I guess, or lures. Not the lure gag, but just lures. I think Desert Storm has a similar concept. I don't know how it works, or if it works the same way as what I'm about to say, where you could have a lure for a specific kind of fish, like piano tuna, so you are more likely to catch the different versions of piano tuna. You're more likely to catch the 5 different piano tunas: the piano tuna, the grand piano, the baby grand, upright, or the player. You're more likely to catch all of those by using a piano tuna bait, just to make it a little easier, so the game like is more likely to roll that specific fish, but doesn't increase the chances of other fish that you don't need, you know. Because as it stands, Full Moon and Concord are the same rarity in the Dreamland ponds, so you could catch a Concord, and you would have the same chance of catching a Full Moon fish. So it's like, okay, if you want to have better chances of catching the one that you need, use the bait on the Concord and not the Full Moon, because that's the one you need. Yeah. Or, you know, just make fishing less painful overall. You don't even need to add the bait. Just make the rarities, just decrease the rarities overall. I mean, that's a much easier option anyway. You don't have to add in the bait. Hang on, I want to post a picture of me catching the full moon fish in Britain. I caught like new species and everything. I can find it, that is. Bit down on my list of screenshots. None of them have names either. At least the more recent ones don't have names. The ones that I got before getting originally banned, I think they all have names. But yeah, I'm getting there, I think. Oh yeah, I found it, I think. I found it, okay. Sorry, I caught something. Okay, frozen fish. Oh, that's it, okay. I found the picture I was looking for. Yep. So they were talking about how people want to catch the full moon fish. I'm like, hey, I'll just show them the picture of me catching it real quick. That was on the last cycle, but I still think it's funny. And now they're responding to it. I had 64 laugh at that time, so that was 16 laugh points ago. Someone got a 3-fold moonfish in a span of 3 hours, and it took me 8 hours to get that moonfish. That's just RNG for you guys. It's so easy for one person, they just get really lucky. For another guy, it just never rolls the right one in the dice. You need a doubles to get out of jail in Monopoly. Never roll a double, but someone might roll a double in the first turn. That's how RNG works. Everyone has the same chance, but everyone will take the different amount of times to get that chance. Hey, there it is. All right, cool. All right. Next is the old king crab, right? Yeah. Okay. That is that's what we need. Okay. Well, lighthouse line. Let's go. I heard that the old king crab in Clash is much more common in Yield Toontown areas, but I tried fishing there and I never caught it, and I went to Lighthouse Lane for a bit and I caught it more quickly there. So either I just got really unlucky, or like it actually is more common in Yield Toontown. I just got really unlucky. Or they just have to get their facts right. It does make sense that it would be more common in Ye Olde Toontown, right? Old King Crab, Ye Olde Toontown. Did I go past? I went past it again. Okay. I'm raiding the Discord server. I'm like not actually paying attention to. Making sure to avoid cogs, but not actually paying attention to where I'm going. Okay. Not a rabbit. Okay, what are you then? Sorry, I'm looking for another photo. Yeah, I did have a picture of me catching grizzly, but like I didn't get the new species. I got out of it too quickly. Yeah, sorry. Give me one moment to find the screenshot. Alright, I'll cast it. Hold on. I guess I don't have an image of me getting the Grand Piano Tuna. Must have went too fast. Oh, but I do have a screenshot of someone else getting 70 out of 70, I think. Yeah. How many dogfish? Jesus. Still looking for it, sorry. I must not have it. Why am I getting so many dogfish? Ugh. That's the 5th one in a row? Oh my god. Let's wait for us to not get a dogfish this time. Puppy dogfish? It's still a dogfish. Wait, how many more of these am I gonna get? Come on. Oh my god. Dalmatian dogfish? Okay, wait. It's clownfish. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, give me one moment. Again. Shut up. A moment. Real this time. One moment. Okay, never mind. I can't find it. Maybe I didn't take a picture. Maybe I didn't take a picture. Maybe it went too fast and I didn't take a picture of it in the book. Oh well. Great. Anyway, let's keep fishing. I made a joke one time on the last cycle where if these fish are really that rare, they must be endangered, and therefore it should be illegal to catch them. I'm gonna say that actually. Like, even when it comes to like, oh, I'm just gonna take it in and protect it as a, and like keep it safe, but still, it's best if it runs wild. Especially because I can't imagine there are predators in Toontown other than the cogs. I don't think the cogs really care about the fish though, so. But yeah, when it comes to endangered animals, usually, legally, it's best to just leave them alone. Unless they're hurt, and then you actually are trying to carry back to life, or else it would die, so, yeah. Like, one time, my family took in a bird because it was injured. We didn't intend to keep it as a pet, but you're not even— oh, there's an Oaken crab, perfect, okay. You're actually not— it's actually legal— I'm pretty sure it's illegal to keep in, like, wild pets as an animal, unless you get it from the pet store or something. But this bird was injured, and so we wanted to care back to help. We brought it to the vet after we took it in for a couple hours, but, you know, wasn't very happy. It wasn't very happy, but we knew it would be best if we went to the vet, so. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah. The Oaken crab. Now we need to fish for the baby grand piano. Best caught where again? Baby grand is best caught in Tenor Terrace. Let's go. Or it could be 0.01% chance in Alto Avenue. Also, someone on the Discord also just said, rarity is determined the second you cast, not at the exact moment that you get a fish and then it rolls it then. No, literally as soon as you cast, that's when the rarity is rolled. So does that mean as soon as you cast, the fish you're gonna catch is already determined? And so if you wait, that'll be the fish? Or, yeah, I think that's what it means. Rather than it being where if you cast it and then as soon as the fish goes onto your bobber, then it determines what fish you get. Yeah, I think it's that when as soon as you cast it, that's, yeah. So they're saying that if you missed the fish and recast, just know that the one that you missed could have been the fish that you need, and if you waited a little bit for the fish to go onto the bobber, maybe you would have gotten it. That could also be an explanation as to why it takes so long, because it does roll as to why, I guess not really an explanation, but it could be like, what, people asking, why is it taking so long for me to get it? I've fished for so long. Maybe you did get it, you just didn't actually get the fish. Maybe you rolled it, but you didn't get it, you know? Maybe you rolled the RNG for the fish, but you didn't actually get it because you casted it. Right. But realistically, that's not how RNG works. The more you fish, you have the same chances of getting the fish as all the times. But people usually like to think that the more you fish, the more likely you are to get it at your each cast. So if you're like, I fished for so long, why haven't I got it yet? Oh, there it is, BB Crane! Wow. Okay, I'm screenshotting that. Okay. Yeah, they're like, I fished it for so long, why haven't I gotten it yet? So okay. Well, I have one left. I have 69 fish species. Now, only one I need now is the Concord. Where is it? Oh, okay. Where is it? Come on. Send that to Discord server. All right, I'll fish for a little bit. Where can Concord be found? In Donald's room and really Donald's room and playground? I mean, it's the same rarity everywhere except Walrus Way. Could I like not be in Donald's Dream Man? I'm tired of that place. I'll fish in Bird Playground. How about that? It's the same rarity as in Bird Playground than Donald's Dream Man Playground, so. Alright, one available spot. Let's do it. I'll fish for maybe like 10 minutes, but then I'll just end the recording there. I'll keep fishing off camera. I'm saying something else in Discord. Full Moon Fish has been the death of me for 3 tunes. For Old Jake, for Clyde, and for Jelly Roll. Or maybe it was for Old Jake, Clyde, and Waffle Olympic tune? I actually can't remember, but I know that Concord has been the death of me for 2 other tunes, which was maybe Jelly Roll in this tune, or it could have been the Waffle Olympic tune in this tune. Okay, wait, actually no, I'm not gonna take this one. Someone else, okay, fine. Because say someone else has this spot, but there's another one available, so it's fine, okay. Wow. Also good about Bird Playground is that, you get a lot of jelly beans from the fish here. Like, I think a lot of people agree that Bird Playground is the best place for jelly beans from fishing, so. Yeah, so I'm pretty much guaranteed to get a full jar every single time I turn in fish. I could also wait for Cartoonival and then just fish here, and then bring it over to Melville to get tokens, and then I'll have a lot of tokens by the time I get Concord if I do that, but I kind of want to do it as quick, since the fishing team has won now, you know, might as well take advantage of it. Hopefully it doesn't take another 8 hours like it did with Full Moon, because Full Moon is the same has the same chances, and it took 8 hours, so. I just took someone's spot again. I don't like doing that. Even though there's other spots available, but like people like to have the same spot. Makes it easier to fish so your flow isn't ruined by having a different angle. This video has been going on for an hour and a half. I caught, what, 15 species in an hour and a half? Maybe it was like 14 species in an hour and a half. Nice. Nice. So I caught a lot of the ultra rares already. The only one I really needed, that was like really rare that I still needed was Conqueror. And All-Star, but I caught that one pretty fast. Alright, I see someone in the Discord making a little bit of a big deal about having their spot taken when there's other ones taken. But I can still understand that it's frustrating, but I think they're making a little big of a deal about it. But like, they're not literally making a big deal to us. They're sending pictures of them making a big deal to the person that stole it from them. But you know. I think I've gotten really lucky this cycle though. I've gotten 14 fish, one of which was ultra rare. All of that done. Whereas I mean, yeah, I did catch like 45 fish the first cycle, but that's because I hadn't caught a single fish until then, and so I caught a lot of common fish already, and so I feel like I kind of lucked out with this cycle. Could have taken me a lot of time. It still could have taken me a lot longer to get the all-star fish. The BB Grand, the Kodiak, you know. My fishing journey is almost over. I say that, but like I'm catching one of the rarest fish in the game, so it could still go on for quite a few more hours. Look, I've fished in a spot for 8 hours, and like even then I wouldn't care if someone took my spot, as long as there are other spots available. If there weren't other spots available, then I would be like, hey man, I was here, I could switch districts, but it's kind of unethical to just take that spot, to take the last spot like that when I was using it, you know? Like, I'm not going to demand they leave, I could just switch districts, but I still do like being with the familiar people that I've been with for that whole hour of me fishing, that like it still isn't fun to have to leave and find new people. I'm just more used to the people around me, even though we didn't even talk at all. I'm more used to seeing them there. But not the whole end of the world if I have to do that. But I prefer if like I could stay there. I'm not gonna demand that they leave and everything. Also, I also yeah forgot I'm muted, so I can't even tell them off. There, I might be able to say like you stink or something or no, but like there's not very much I can say there's not very much I can use the speed chat in order to say, hey, I was here first. Can you please leave? Oh, this is a weird angle. I feel like I was saying it's a weird angle, I'm not used to it, so I'm switch back to where I was before. A lot of people left the fishing area since I came here. But if the main thing you're concerned about, again, is the angle and you don't want to ruin your flow by switching angles, just go to a new district and find the angle there, you know? 205 beans. What did I catch that round? Fish for a little longer on camera, and then I'll stop recording, take a break, and I realized that the sun is actually now shining on me on the camera. I actually didn't realize that until just now because I didn't look at the camera. Okay, that doesn't help. Hold on. Not. Hang on. That is a little better. Okay. Once I max fishing on this tune, I hope to never do fishing ever again until they make fishing better. If they ever do that. If they ever do make fishing better. If they make Laugh Olympics again, I guess they'll have to, but I really hope that by the time they do that, fishing will be better. Oh, there it is! Wow! How am I getting so lucky? Oh my god! There's no way! Wow! How did I get so lucky? How did I get so lucky? Wow! Wow, okay. Well, that's the end of my fishing! There's no way that I did that. Wow. That was so much better than the full moon. I caught all of those fish in less than a quarter of the amount of time it took me to catch the full moon fish. Less than a quarter of the amount of time it took to catch the full moon. Wow. Less than 2 hours for all of those fish. The full moon took me 8 hours. All of those fish in less than a quarter of that time. Including the how did I get so lucky? How did I get so lucky? Oh my god. I am not complaining. No, I'm definitely not complaining. I got so lucky that I'm like, you know what? Thank you, game, for doing this to me. I'm not gonna be mad about the fact that it took 8 hours to get full moon when it took me only like 20 to get Conquered. I don't even care. Technically, I was farming for Conquered a while too, because Donald's Dreamland has a chance to catch Conquered. Just like how it has a chance to catch full moon. I never caught it, so I guess you could say that RNG also puts that into play with how I had a lot of chances to catch it before and never did, so now it's giving me more chances here. That's not how RNG works, but like I like to imagine that sometimes, and that's how people like to imagine it, where it's like, you know, I spend a lot of time farming in this other pond while trying to get another fish that maybe RNG rolls over and helps me out. That's not actually how RNG works, but no, people imagine it anyway. Yeah, I started 15 minutes ago. I started 15 minutes ago. Oh my god. And that is the last fish. That is the last fish I need. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save it for a bit. I'll have, you all to know I have 81 left now. Technically, I just don't actually have 81 left because I haven't turned into fish. But I'm gonna keep it like that for now. I don't think I'll have to fish for a while now because I don't think there are many more tasks that require me to fish anything up. And I only have 4 fish in my bucket. 107. Wow. 106 beans. Wow. There it is. Sorry, I was putting that in Discord. Wow. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. I can't believe I actually caught Concord on camera, but that was insane. I'm very glad I did it. I don't have to focus on fishing ever again until maybe they get Lap Olympics again and hopefully decrease fishing at that time, so. Okay. I probably won't do it during Cartoonival because it's actually faster to do the duck tank. Get tokens that way, so I won't have to focus on it. Maybe I can turn it into Melville just for the fun of it and get my lap point there. Wow. Okay. Thank you all for watching. This was a very stressful, journey of catching that full moon fish. The Concord did not fail me that time. I'm so glad. Full moon was the death of me for 4 tunes now. Full moon was the death of me for 5 tunes. Concord only for 1 of them. Now, because Jake caught the full moon in like 8 hours, and he caught Concord in this Jake caught Concord in 20 minutes, while he caught the full moon in 8 hours. So, I would say the full moon fish was definitely the death of me for this tune. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining me in this hour and 45-minute video. It was a lot better than I thought would be. Wow. Okay, I did not think I was going to finish fishing in this video, but I did, and I'm so glad I did. I can finally rest. I don't have to worry about that anymore. When fishing wins again, I might go on another low tune that doesn't have any fishing just to get them up a little bit. That's really it. I don't think maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll just take a rest for that time and watch other people do it for the fun of it. But okay, I'm glad. And yeah, and summer vacation is also coming, as I said, so I would have more time to do it if that's what I decide to do. But anyway, again, thank you. Wow, I'm so relieved that it did not take nearly as long as full moon. Wow. Or my other, and getting Concord on my other tunes took a lot longer than that too. Wow. I think this was probably the best. I think this was probably the best fishing journey I've had on any tune, like including all 70 fish that I caught. I think this was probably the best one I've had so far. Because for all of my tunes, pretty much, both Full Moon and Concord and Grand Piano and stuff were really, really hard. But for this tune, like the last 15 fish that were all, you know, kind of rare but not ultra rare, they all came to me pretty quickly. And Concord was just like that compared to the rest of them. Wow. But maybe I'm just saying that because I'm not doing the other tunes anymore. It's possible the other tunes maybe were a little bit better than this. Because, again, Full Moon was really hard and Grand Piano was really hard. Drizzy was pretty hard on this tune. But I actually can't remember if maybe I did have a better experience with the other tunes, and it's just that Concord and Full Moon were hard. That maybe other tunes were better. I honestly don't know, but how I got Concord on this one really quickly compared to the Full Moon Fish, that is insane, and I'm really glad that the game gave it to me there. I definitely felt like I deserved it after that 8-hour Full Moon last time. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Wow, that was... I'm still taking that in, honestly. Okay, goodbye. Fishing it for an ultra rare, and you're finally like, oh my god, finally I caught it after so long. It's taken so long. I felt like that with the Full Moon Fish, but with the Concord, it took so short of time to get it that I didn't even feel any sense of like, finally I'm done fishing and stuff. It's like so long to get. No, I just didn't feel like that because I'm not even tired yet. was expecting to be there for a long time, so I wasn't even tired yet, and now here I am catching the Conqueror. I'm like, okay, great, I'm done. Now what? Like, I don't have that big sense of relief like I did with the full moon fish, but still, I'm happy that it happened, and I'm not gonna argue with it. I shouldn't argue with it. But yeah.